Hey, Mrparka here to review a very special movie. I picked this up. I didn't pick it up. It was given to me at Wasteland by a dear friend of mine, Ryan Logsdon. And it's his feature film called, his first feature called Agony. I didn't know much about it. I put it in, and right away I knew some of the films that he was a fan of. We talked a lot about movies, and we've been hanging out since first couple times I went to Wasteland. So that's what you pretty much do. You hang out, laugh, talk a lot about movies at Cinema Wasteland. And I knew he was a fan of the August Underground films and a lot of films like that. And Agony is definitely in the style of an August Underground film. At first it was like a voyeur point of view type deal, and of course it switches. Usually, he seemed like he was going to be the main character, the only character in the film, kind of holding the camera, but it changes at the point, and some other people start holding the camera as well. But at first I thought this was going to be a strictly one guy crew going around and killing people. But of course, like August Underground, he picks up a helper, I guess I'll say. Essentially, this film is, like I said, it's really inspired by August Underground. It follows this the exploits of a sick person, and it looks like almost like it's actually like evidence. Agony District Attorney Office is who owns it. It's in the bottom corner. There's one little complaint about that, though. At the end, I do hear music and stuff like that, and I doubt that the court would score it unless they just put that down there and it's really employed by the killer. There could be something else here, too. But then again, you got to take a look at other films that found footage movies, and they all tend to add a musical score in at points for dramatic effect, like something like Cannibal Holocaust, and they kind of just say, well, I added some music in here. So that kind of stuff is forgivable because after all, you are watching a film, you're watching a movie. But the cool thing about this is Ryan is also the star of this film. He's the serial killer, the crazy person. And talking to him in real life and being around him, he's a very friendly, nice guy. And that's not the case in this movie. He's developed some nicks and some weird things about his character. He has a pretty unique laugh in it and a weird voice. You can tell it's his voice, but he puts on a strange voice, and some of the jokes he makes, you can tell he has a very, very sick sense of humor. And I think his laugh, he probably figured that he needed to have some sort of iconic thing for his character to have an impact, and I believe the laugh is where the iconic kind of thing would come into play. But the film has more disgusting subject matters than actual visual things. There's a couple gross visual things here. But for the most part, it starts off with a less gory August Underground at first, and then he pairs up with this female. He saves her. He doesn't save her. He watches her get raped, and I don't want to give too much away, but kind of takes her under his wing, I guess you'll say. The film leaves a lot out because, like, it's just here exploits whenever he decides to turn the camera on, which I like because they don't force feed you every little detail. Sometimes you have to put, you know, two and two together to figure it out, and I like that. And you can kind of come up with your own ideas of what happened in between and what was in the note and things like that without giving too much away. But there's kind of a really just kind of a grimy, nasty scene where they, this is kind of a spoiler, I'll probably give it, I might not, so if you don't like it, tune out for the next 30 seconds to a minute. But they get a guy who has HIV or AIDS, and they take his blood and kill him, and they decide to put the needles around places so people get pricked by little pins and needles and things like that. And some of the people they choose are a little disturbing. But I'm not sure how fast they would have to get those needles. It would have to be within a few minutes somebody to get pricked by those things. Because I thought HIV died after it was in the air for, I don't know, a couple minutes. I'm not sure how it works, but just the idea and the thought that they're trying to do it is pretty messed up. The film ends with, I think, at a very unique moment, kind of at a climactic moment, leading you to want to see more. If it is what I think it is, it's you know, police files, justice, you know, systems, like evidence. Then there's obvious reasons throughout why they got caught, I'm not sure if this is the first tape of a bunch or whatnot, but there's definite obvious reasons why they got caught, and you can point out a couple here and there, killing people they know and things like that. But without giving too much away, if you're a fan of August Underground films, then I'd say check this one out. Ryan kind of portrays an interesting kind of a psychopath, and there's some unique moments in here of weirdness, and I must say that a lot of people, if you don't like the August Underground found footage, kind of psychopath going about his business, doing gross things, you're not going to like this movie. So if you're not even familiar with August Underground, you might lose some, you know, the edge on here. But yeah, this is definitely a found footage serial killer flick about a snippet of life of what this guy does. But I'd say check it out. Support a first-time filmmaker and a great guy in this one. I don't know when it's being released. I don't know any of that stuff. It's not an Internet Movie Database. It didn't have any credits at the end. So I guess I will find some more information out for you, and all the information that I will be able to find will be in the description box below. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.